Okay, going live, doing our reading. This is as much as I can get written up the top today. We never know what's going to happen. So 14th of July card reading. We're going to choose 3 cards. What do we need? How do we get it? And what is stopping us? We're going to do a really good shuffle today because, rather healing, yes. We're going to do a really good shuffle today because this last couple of weeks has been crazy, to say the least. So let me know if you've been feeling it for the last, especially week, but the last couple of weeks. We're going through such a deep cleanse. Deep cleanse. And it means that only our truth can come through. It means we have to face things that we haven't wanted to face, and we've been avoiding, and we've been saying, no, that's fine. It's here. And if we are going kicking and screaming, then we are not going to come through in the way that we want to. And so it's now time to, cards going everywhere today. It's now time to go with the flow. It's now time to allow. It's now time to dig into the things that, because what happens when we dig in and what happens when we go to that next level is all of our parts have to come up with us. Everything has to meet us at that new level that we've come to, and we can't leave anything behind. We have to either let it go or integrate it, and transmute it and let it come through. So in that little bit of time while we're doing that, as we come up into our next level and be able to be and here, that little bit here is when the grit, the messiness, I don't know if I want to own that part comes in. And I know 100% for me, this last week, I have gone right into victim. She is a part of me that I have chosen to ignore most of the time. Like, I'm all right, it's okay, I can do it, no worries. This week, it's showing me that I need to allow her to be in my life. When she's there for a reason. When she's there to guide me and to show me what I need to do next in my world. So she's shown up a lot, with my partner, with Tristan, like she's shown up a lot this last couple of weeks as he's been navigating what he's navigating. And I realized that when, I feel him quite climatic, I come into victim. I come into victim because it's been a place. And then I do all this protection around that, like to really bunker down and to be ready and to be hyper vigilant about looking for what's wrong. And of course, that's what I find is what's wrong. And so that's great because there is something there. Something has been rocked. Something has moved. Something has changed. So there is something there. But do I need to be so hyper vigilant and so insidious about finding things wrong? No, I don't. I found that there's an incongruent. I found that there's an out of alignment, and now I can work with that. And so that's been really showing up. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you, but my victim she's starting to calm down now. She's starting to know that she actually has a different role. She's there to just tell me, oh, there's something out of alignment here. Maybe we need to look at that. And I can say, because now I've put a few other parts of me around her, instead of her running the show by herself and I gets caught in the story, and then I go down into the deep and the depths and the dark. And instead of doing that, she's now here with the rest of me, with all of my parts, with all of my kingdom. She's now here with me. So it's like she's saying, oh, there's something out of alignment. And I say, oh, the rest of me can say, oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. What do we need to do with that? And so then we can start working with that instead of her doing the Lone Ranger, because a lot of the time when we go into one part of ourselves, we lock it down, we put it in a box, we disconnect from the rest of ourselves. That has to change now. We can't disconnect from ourselves in any which way. It's not going to be allowed in the new world, in the heaven on earth, in the whatever you want to call it, in this new energy. We can't do it like that. We have to bring and come as our whole self so that we can help ourselves out. So let's see where we go with that. Please don't hesitate to contact me and share what has been going on for you, because it has been huge. So what do we need? How do we get it? And what is stopping us? What do we need? How do we get it? And what's stopping us? I love that. Okay, great. So this card we seem to get a lot. But again, if we keep getting cards, it's because we haven't fully embraced it. We haven't fully come into it. So what do we need? Time to move on. I think we had this a couple of weeks ago. Time to move on. It's time to let go of old and worn out so that new can come in. And this was probably a little warning space a couple of weeks ago of what has been here to let go of. And so it's, I think when we were speaking last time, it's time to move on. It's time to move on from being the person that you have been in the past. It's time to upgrade all of your parts at this point. Like me with the victim, she's coming into a space where she feels heard, where she, doesn't have to roll in all these emotions and get attached to all of these things to try and feel worthy and to try and feel allowed. Now she gets to speak. She gets to speak, and I've got other parts of me that can come in and go, hold her hand and say, okay, what do we need? So that's her let go. Her let go is being able to speak this week and forever from now on. That when she's there, I'm not going to ignore you. I'm not going to lock you in a box. You can have a voice. And to voice that means I start to move it. I start to feel it. I start to see what it is. I start to let go. I start to move on. She's now got a place in the field. I always have a field where everyone goes and plays and has fun, and the joy starts to happen. So it's time to move on from what is not serving you anymore. It's time to move on from what has been holding you back. What it might be, just like that. For me, it was victim, a part of me. It might be a partner. It might be work. It might be whatever it may be. It can be anything in your world. Time to move on. Feel into it. It might be a few things, because we're really, really taking our wholeness of who we are and we're really throwing it up, especially the last couple of weeks, and letting it all land. So time to move on. What do you need? Time to move on. Time to detach and unravel from what has been into your new, into your divine avatar, basically. How do you get that? Blessed change. Blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. Sometimes we can miss the blessings when we're in the shit, basically, when we're in the schmozzle, when we're in the trenches of it all. We can miss the blessings of what it's bringing for us. So everything, we never get delivered anything. We never get given anything that we can't handle. Just remember that too. We are incredible beings. We do know, we have an innate knowing. If we just reach inside, we can feel. So what do we need? How do we get it? Blessed change. It's like she's upside down. She's doing things differently. She's bringing in things that she hasn't normally done, because I think it's Einstein, you don't keep doing the same thing expecting different results. So this is what this is saying. Blessed change. Allow it to be a blessing. It doesn't have to be excruciatingly painful. Yes, the pain can come at the time when you go, oh, okay, I need to really own this and I need to go through this. But it doesn't have to continue like that. As soon as you feel it and know it, and it can start to be a blessing. It can start to be something that you really want. Hey, Deb, how you going? It starts to be that place where you can really have this blessed change, where you can really know, wow, I'm growing and I'm creating from my inner world and my inner being, and I'm blessed. So at the moment, I could say I've had the most horrendous week, a pretty full-on week, but I feel really blessed, because I'm able to go through these things now. You know, we used to go through and blame other people and put it outside of ourselves. And when you can bring it back to you and feel really blessed, you can start to move it from that deeper place. We're going deeper. We're always going deeper now in this new world, deeper to reach those places that we haven't been to before within ourselves. So be blessed. Bless your changes. And what is stopping you this week? A new dawn. A new dawn. The worst is behind you. The positive experience is on the horizon. So knowing that each day is a new day. It's new. You know, we can, when we get stuck in this, we can go down and down and down and be in there and in the storm, and it's all just running around us and it's crazy. And we can think that that's our new normal. It is not our new normal. This is where we can get in our own way. What's stopping you? If you don't realize that every day is new, and how can you bring some new energy into this? How can you have the blessed change? How can you feel, thank you for all the gifts that I can give to myself, even when they feel hectic as AF? You know, what can we do? So the new dawn is where we can, if we're not realizing that we can change in every moment, where we can do things differently in every moment, then the new dawn can't come through. The worst is behind us. We are now moving into the opening of who we've always been and always will be, and bringing that light onto that, shining that light onto that. So the new dawn is here. The new dawn is here. Whether we choose to get it will be whether we think we're blessed, and whether these things that are coming in are loved over put away or locked in a box, or, you know, I don't want to deal with that, because there is a lot of time to move on. There is a lot of time to move on. So making sure that you listen to your path so that you can have the new dawn, so that you listen to your messages, so that you can go, okay, you know, sometimes it's a good time to do some great, what am I grateful for? Because we can get lost in the dirt. We can get lost in the grit. We can get lost in the doom and gloom and the stories of things. We can get lost in our heads. Now is a time to drop into our hearts and allow the new dawn to come through. I hope that makes sense for you all this week. For me personally, I've just, in my perimenopausal side of life, I've just started my bleed. So that feels like it's punched me in the face at the same time. But also that there's the little message for me, is for me, when I bleed, you know, when a woman bleeds, it's a completion of a cycle. And so that's something that I've needed. It's like collected all of this beautiful work that I've done throughout the week. And now I'm starting to shed that, to release that. So it's a little message for me that it's happening. It's happening so that I can receive the new dawn. So that's the way that it sort of works. And also I will put in here that SP6 is a hormonal patch that is on my leg today. It's on my leg today because I'm very heavy. It's very heavy. So those of you that have troubles with anything hormonal, any perimenopausal things, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter, you know, it could be that you have really heavy bleeds. And so this is a patch for you, because it starts to balance your hormones and bring you back into sync into who you are and where you're at. So it's not so climatic. I'm really realizing that, you know, my victim, when I've been in my victim has measured this space between here and here, and it's measured this space, and it's like, okay, I can handle it here, I can handle it here. If anything goes above that or below that, to me, that's climatic. It's not orgasmic anymore. It's climatic. And if that goes out, victim's on. She is worried, and she is looking for things. She's looking like what she can do and how she can look after the rest of me. So what I'm realizing is finding things that can help support you to stay in your orgasmic, to stay in your not so climatic. And as we know, when hormones come in, they can create quite a wave. So knowing that is there to support us. So what can you do this week to support yourself when you start to feel climatic, so that you can give it a good go? You're not even going to try. We don't want to say that word, do we? You can. When you think you can't, you can. stay in that climatic, that you can bring it back to you and go, okay, what's the gift? What's the gift here? I want to see the new dawn. I do not want to stay where I am right now. And me personally, definitely don't want to stay where I am right now. So growth is happening. Growth is always there. Change is always there for us. We have to choose it. We have to choose it. So, finding things that support you, giving yourself some self-care this week, reaching out to a friend this week, listening to some music that you really love, like dancing it out, moving it through your body. It's been quite dense, so giving yourself a little shake and a little shimmy and a little like for me, it's been a bit of screaming time of just grabbing a pillow and just really letting it out of your body, because our bodies are upgrading as well. Our bodies are starting to be able to hold an incredible amount of energy and high energy. So that's the part of the new world, part of the heaven on earth. So now that we can actually hold that, our physical bodies need to be prepared and ready for that. So releasing it through movement, through dance, through screaming, through walking, through another one is I blow in a rock. I'll get a rock and I'll blow everything in the rock. I'll be feeling wherever it is in my body, wherever it is in my mind, all the thoughts, all the feelings, blowing it into the rock, blowing it into the rock, blowing it into the rock, blowing it into the rock. Once I feel like it's all emptied out, then I grab the rock, thank you, thank you, thank you, and I throw it. A lot of the time I'll go down to the ocean because that's where I like to do it. But wherever it is, just throw it into Mother Earth and she will absorb that form with you. So there's always ways to clear ourselves when we've had a really dense time. So I give so much love out and care and kindness out to all of you at the moment. It's tough. It's really tough. So honoring self, and I honor all of you for being able to say yes and to move through this. So I am here. If you want to DM me, if you just need something, sometimes just voice noting to me, just voice noting. You don't need anything. I have an incredible group of women, that the Spore Sisters, that I couldn't live without, basically. And we have a platform. We have a group where we voice note all the things that are coming through us. And there's not something that anyone has to fix. It's not something that you even have to reply to, but it's something, a place, a sacred place, a sacred container where you can let out whatever is necessary. And it has been, for all of us, I would absolutely say for all of us, it has been an absolute blessing for us to be able to find our new in every moment, being able to, oh wow, is that how I'm feeling? Is that, when you start speaking it out, you can hear yourself. And so finding containers amongst your own friends and amongst your own tribe that work for you to be able to voice it out, to be able to just have someone that you can hear yourself. When you hear yourself, you can start to move it and shift it and have a good wiggle and shake it off and clear the space, do lots of smudging this week. But I honor you for saying yes, because if you're listening to this, you are saying yes and you are moving forward. So thank you for being you, and have a blessed week and invite the new dawn in. Thank you. Mwah. See ya.